Hi y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new, make sure you like this video and please subscribe to my channel. Oops. And for those of you who are old, what's up?
Go ahead, I don't bite.
So today, my friend and I were talking the other day and she was basically like, you should do a video on anxiety because I used to suffer from anxiety and I don't know if it's completely gone, but what I can say is that I haven't had an anxiety or a panic attack since, I don't know. So before I get into like anxiety and stuff like that, I did just learn that there is a difference between an anxiety attack and there is a difference between a panic attack. So I'm reading from the abcnews.go.com that they are very similar, but they are very different as well. An anxiety attack often comes in reaction to a stressor. An anxiety attack, people may feel fearful, apprehensive, may feel their heart racing or feel short of breath, but it's very short-lived, and when the stressor goes away, so does the anxiety attack. On the other hand, a panic attack doesn't come in reaction to a stressor. It's unprovoked and unpredictable, and during a panic attack, the individual is seized with terror, fear, or apprehension. They may feel that they're going to die or lose control or have a heart attack. So, I used to confuse my anxiety attacks with panic attacks. My first anxiety attack, I remember, like it was yesterday. I was about 5 or 6 years old, and my parents and my niece and I were all in Jamaica, and we went to my parents wanted to go walk around the resort, so they left my niece and I at a kiddie club. And at the kiddie camp, and then at the kiddie camp, they took us to a kiddie club. Literally, it was a dark space and had strobe lights and colorful lights, all that stuff. And I remember I could not breathe. So a 5 or 6 year old, all you know is to breathe, so you don't know anything about anxiety, stress, or whatever the case may be. So I remember I was just feeling really anxious. I don't want to say panic because we just said that they're different, but I was feeling very anxious, and I just remember I was just like wow, I feel mad weird in here, this is awkward. And I remember I tapped the counselor and I was like, I don't feel okay, can you call my parents? I can't breathe. So she's like, what do you mean you can't breathe? I'm like, I just can't breathe. So I guess she interpreted that as I'm having an asthma attack. So she called my parents to come downstairs for me, and ironically around that time my niece was diagnosed with asthma because she used to always get sick and whatever. So my niece and I are so close in age. When my father and my parents came downstairs, my father started yelling like, you do not have asthma, stop going and telling people that you have asthma, your niece has asthma, not you. And I'm just like, what? I couldn't breathe. And going forward, growing up in life, I had similar breathing issues, and I just didn't know what it was. I didn't know what was triggering it. Yeah. So the way I know I'm about to get an anxiety attack is a mental buildup. So for instance, if I have to take the train that day, from when I'm home, some days are better than others, but when I'm home, I would think about damn, I got on a train. And then I guess from psychologically thinking about that and running it through my mind, damn, I gotta get on a train, damn, I gotta get on a train. When I get to the train station, my breathing will be okay, but then my hands will start getting a little sweaty. I'm starting to sweat just thinking about it. My hands will get a little sweaty, and as I get deeper down into the train, I'll talk myself out of it. I put on my music, I'll start to sing. But I noticed music didn't help me because it's I'm seeing all these things around me, then my music is blasting, it's so loud, and I just feel I'm trapped in myself. I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but it was happening to me. And yeah, so my palms start getting sweaty. Once my palms start getting sweaty, it's over. A routine. I started to wipe it. I don't even, if I dry it, it's in my mind, if I dry it, my hands are not sweaty. But no, girl, you about to start having an anxiety attack. And what I would do is, some of you might think I'm weird, but I was that weird girl who would start making conversation with people on the train. So I would just talk to the person next to me. Sometimes I would tell them hi, I think I'm about to have an anxiety attack. Can you just talk to me for a second? Every time somebody would be yeah, sure, I'll talk to you. People say people from New York are rude, but I've always met really nice people. So I'll talk to them, they're oh girl, I go through the same thing too, blah 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 blah. Or sometimes, no, I don't think I've already spoke to men, but they'll tell me that. If the people in the train don't look friendly that day, I would definitely look through pictures in my phone. What I noticed when I look through pictures in my phone is that you remember those happy times. So you're not so much focusing on what's happening right now and the anxiety you're feeling, but you're channeling that energy that you see in your phone. Like, oh, I remember I was lit that night. Or I remember I looked so cute that night. I remember my birthday, or whatever the case may be. Music didn't really help me, because like I said, it just made me feel like stuck. Like everybody in the world is just moving around and I'm just like right here panicking with this loud music. It was like a barrier for me. What else helped me? My relationship. I did mention that like when I got out of my relationship with my ex, I stopped having anxiety. I thought that it was because, you know, I was sad, so I was distracted, but it's been a little over a year and I have an anxiety attack. No shade, no tea. So, but what triggered me in my relationship, I still don't really know. Maybe it was the energy. I just don't know. But what else? Because it hasn't happened in so long and I haven't taken a train anymore, I drive to work. So that's also why I want to be fair and say I don't know if I still suffer from anxiety. But I definitely do know I always had like a coping mechanism for I never like had a full out anxiety attack where I'm like on the train like I can't breathe, you know. But I did definitely made sure that I spoke myself out of it. I'm like, Alex, calm down. You're okay. Like, you can breathe, inhale, exhale. And it's so funny that looking back, because my dad yelled at me during my first panic attack, I made myself believe that what I'm feeling is not real, or like, you know, nothing's wrong with you. You go to the doctor, you're fine. And there was actually a time, I think I was like 12 years old. Okay, there were 2 times. I think I was around the same age for both, that when I was 12 years old, I could not eat. I don't know why, I just could not eat at all. And I can chew the food, but I couldn't swallow it. Like, I was so fearful of swallowing it. I just felt like I couldn't breathe if I swallowed it. And I went to the doctor, they told me everything's okay. And she's basically just telling my parents, like, you know, maybe she's suffering from anxiety, or like maybe something is going on, she's fearful. I was taking, so maybe I was 10. I was taking regents, like statewide tests. So she was asking like, are you nervous about that? I'm like, no, I don't think so. I can't remember exactly what triggered my anxiety back then, but like that was a form of anxiety. Like, I just couldn't eat, I couldn't swallow. Another time I had anxiety, I was in the 7th grade and I was in my earth science class and I was just so triggered. Like, I remember one time, like, I just raised my hand. I was like, I have to go, like, I cannot breathe. So I ran out the classroom and the teacher would check on me, like, every day since that day. She'll check on me, like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? How'd you cure it? That night I went home. Yo, I was a character from I was young. But that night I went home, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm brushing my hair. I'm like, you can breathe. You're brushing your hair, right? Look, you're brushing your hair. Inhale, exhale, you can breathe. So I remember she asked me, like, how did you, you know, deal with that? I'm like, you know, I was in the mirror brushing my hair and I was telling myself, you know, I'm brushing my hair. I'm brushing my hair. So you can breathe. You can breathe. You're breathing. Inhale, exhale. So she was looking at me like, okay. But yeah, so for me, it's just more so of just having control over myself and just knowing, like Alex would have, whatever's happening to you is in your head. And if you allow it to consume you, you're gonna fall out and pass out. And that's a bigger situation than if you just get a hold on yourself. And eliminating some of the people I'm around. If I know that somebody I'm around triggers my anxiety, I just choose ways not to hang out with them anymore. And I'm a very blunt person, so if I ain't feeling it, I just ain't feeling it. Looking through pictures, like I said, and it's just, for me, it's just all about distracting yourself and remaining calm. Because the minute that you freak out within your own attack, you're going to drive yourself crazy. Because there had been times when I was just like, okay, I can't do this, like, I gotta go. And you start scrambling, you're just so anxious, and you're just so like, you know, you feel worse. So yeah, just chill, just try to talk yourself out of it. Try to speak to somebody around you, distract yourself. So that'll conclude the end of this video. I would love to hear if any of you have anxiety or any other coping mechanisms that you have. Please comment down below. because you never know who you're gonna help. I'm all about helping the people, you know. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.